Good morning, rebels, and welcome back to my life. I got my couch! Big shout out to my friend Linda King for the donation. Yes, with all the things we have to complain about in this world, it's important to remember that sometimes it can be a pretty wonderful place. The Huffington Post recently did this article on 10 things that you're probably terrified of but shouldn't be. Number 1, cracking your knuckles. Cracking your knuckles leads to arthritis. Wrong. There's absolutely no evidence showing that it causes arthritis. Plus, it feels so good. Yeah, I only got one crack out of that. Number 2, swallowing chewing gum. If you swallow gum, it'll stay in your body for 7 years. Wrong. That's just a lie. Just not true. That being said, it's probably not a good idea to swallow it all the time. For instance, there was one little kid who swallowed 5 to 7 pieces a day for an extended period of time. Where were the parents on that one? And he had to have it sucked out of his body via his batoot. But no, if you accidentally swallow one piece of gum, you don't have to rush yourself to the emergency room. Number 3, video game violence. You got kids stealing cars in Grand Theft Auto, ripping out spines in Mortal Kombat, killing hookers in Grand Theft Auto. Well, okay, those Grand Theft Auto games are actually pretty messed up, but they have no impact on whether we commit violent crime or not. There's a very, very nice infographic by the Washington Post. The United States isn't even close to the top in video game consumption, but we're way, way highest in gun deaths. So you go ahead and kill those hookers, you crazy person, you. Number 4, spontaneous combustion. Are people really afraid of this? Not surprisingly, no solid evidence of this has ever been found. Ever. All claims that have been investigated to a solid conclusion involve somebody that was standing right next to a fire, or like in a fire. So I guess you should still be afraid of standing in a fire, if you weren't already. Number 5, using a cell phone at the gas station. Sparks from your cell phone will ignite the gas fumes. By the way, I don't know what this is. Wrong. This hasn't happened. It's an urban legend. I don't know what else to say. Number 6, swallowing spiders while you sleep. This one is also wrong. Everything on this list is wrong. I mean, first of all, spiders don't see a wide gaping hole with warm air rushing in and out of it and go, I gotta get me some of that. And they definitely don't say it in that voice. That'd be like the perfect example of an evolutionary dead end. So I guess the best proof for this one is that, spiders still exist on this earth. Number 7, icky bacteria. Really? What? Number 7. You know someone that's kind of obsessed with using hand sanitizers all the time? Do you know that they might actually be poisoning themselves? Their selves? Themselves? 99% positive it's themselves. Or themself. Most of the bacteria out there is actually good for you. The antibacterial hand cream industry has gotten so out of control that now the FDA is cracking down on them for their bogus health claims. So yeah, maybe lay off the Purell once in a while. Number 8, hitchhiking in America. If you hitchhike, you're 100% guaranteed to be hacked up into little pieces and buried by the side of the road. People have been attacked or murdered while hitchhiking or while picking up hitchhikers, but people get attacked or killed while walking down the street, which, by the way, is much more dangerous than hitchhiking. It has something to do with the fact that people who hitchhike or who are picking up hitchhikers, for the most part, are doing so from a place of implicit trust. A lot safer than walking on the street in most cities. Number 9, flying in an airplane. Okay, I understand that some people just don't like to fly, and that's fine. But saying that it's inherently dangerous is just wrong. You're almost 40 times more likely to be killed by lightning just walking around anywhere in the world than you are if you take a single plane flight. And finally, number 10, getting vaccinated. If you think vaccinations are designed to poison people or make them sterile or implant tracking devices in all of us, you are endangering people's lives. Some places are experiencing a rise in preventable, life-threatening illnesses like polio and the measles, link in the description. Vaccinations do have adverse side effects to some tiny percentage of the population. Much, much smaller than 1%. Compare that to the death rate of people who get polio and you'll see that in some contexts, i.e. the survival of the human species, vaccinations are a way, way better solution. So that's it. 10 things that you no longer need to be terrified of, if you were terrified before. If anything in this video has offended you, blame the Huffington Post. I wrote 2,025 words for you yesterday, which will now be accompanied by this sound effect. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!